video helpful, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications. Hi guys, today we will be doing multiplication on complex plane. So let z is equals to a plus bi be any complex number, and it can be multiplied by real number or an imaginary unit or any other complex number. So let's take real number first. So if z is equals to a plus bi is a complex number, then if we take 2 as a real number, then 2z will be 2 times a plus bi, and that will be 2a plus 2bi. So 2a is real and 2b is imaginary part of it. And let's just plot z and 2z on the real and imaginary axis. So in z, a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. So we move a unit to the right on real axis and b unit up the imaginary axis, and then join that point to the origin to get the z complex number. Now for the 2z, 2a is the real part and 2b is the imaginary part. So we move 2a to the right and 2b to the up, and then again join that point to the origin to get a 2z complex number. So as you can see that both z and 2z are collinear here. So when we multiply a real number with a complex number, we get two collinear complex numbers. Now let's multiply with I. So if z is equals to 2 plus 3i, then z times I will be 2 plus 3i times I, 2i plus 3i square. So now substitute the value of I square here, that is minus 1. We will get 2i minus 3. So that is minus 3 plus 2i. So minus 3 is the real part and 2 is the imaginary part here. Now plot z and zi. So for z, 2 is the real and 3 is the imaginary part. So move 2 units to the right and 3 units up the imaginary axis, and then join that point to the origin to get the z. Now for the zi, minus 3 is the real part and 2 is the imaginary part. So move 3 units to the left because it's negative and 2 units up, and then join that point to the origin to get zi. So here we can see that there is a 90-degree rotation when we multiply a complex number with an I. So if we multiply I 4 times, then we will reach at the original position, or we will complete a full circle. So because there is a 90-degree rotation each time. Now let's multiply a complex number with another complex number. So here are two complex numbers. So if we multiply them, then we will get z1 times z2 is equals to 2 plus I times 3 minus 2i, then 2 times 3 minus 2i plus I 3 minus 2i, then 6 minus 4i plus 3i minus 2i square. So 6 minus 4i plus 3i minus 2, and the value of I square is minus 1, so times minus 1. Now 6 minus I plus 2, and it will give us 8 minus I. So let's plot z1, z2 and z times z2. So for z1, 2 is the real part and 1 is the imaginary part. So we move 2 to the right and 1 up and then join that point to the origin to get the z1. Similarly, for z2, 3 is the real part and minus 2 is the imaginary part. So we will move 3 to the right and 2 down, and then join that point to the origin to get the z2. And now for the z1 times z2, 8 is the real part and minus 1 is the imaginary part. So move 8 to the right and 1 down and join that point to the origin to get the z1 times z2. So this is how we represent our multiplication on the complex plane. So today in complex numbers we discussed about the multiplication on the complex plane. So a complex number can be multiplied with the real number or imaginary unit or any other complex number. So when a complex number is multiplied by a real number, we will get two collinear complex numbers. And when it is multiplied by the I, then there is a rotation of 90 degree each time it is multiplied by I. So if I is multiplied 4 times, then it will complete a full circle. And now for the multiplication of two complex numbers, we will be discussing this in more detail when we will be doing polar form. Next topic is division of complex numbers. Thanks for watching.